Hare Krishna, everyone. So, thank you all for joining. Today is our last class of chapter 15, Bhagavad Gita. So, let's start our class with our prayers to Srila Prabhupada. I offer my respects to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna. O Spiritual Master, I offer my respects to you, your servant of your Guru, Saraswati Goswami, and you're kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya and delivering the Western countries. Panchatattva. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna Mantra. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama. Srila Prabhupada teacher. Okay, so what is the name of this month which just went by and we celebrated for the entire month? What is the name?
Purushottam month,
Purushottam?
Mataji.
Yes, Purushottama. Yes, correct, absolutely. So today in this class, we are going to be learning why Krishna has this name, why Krishna is called Purushottam. What is the reason behind this name? What is so special about Krishna that he is called Purushottam? And we'll also understand the meaning of the word Purushottam. Okay, so we have finished our class till shloka number 15. So as I had mentioned earlier that there are 20 shlokas in this chapter and we have already covered till shloka 15. So today we'll be covering from 16 to 20 and we'll finish this chapter. Okay, so let's start. I hope some of you remember what we learned in the last class. Anybody wants to add a line here? Anybody remembers what we learned in the last class?
Should we type or send it in the chat? Should we send it in the chat or sign? How should we do it? Shilpa Mataji is asking.
Okay, you can just yes. So Hemant has answered. Remember, learning, and forgetfulness. Yes, remembrance. Jayaprakash Prabhu is saying remembrance. Very good. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So Krishna. But how does he give this? Where does Krishna sitting? Yes, forgetfulness. So where is Krishna sitting when he's giving all these things to us?
Krishna is inside, Mataji. Krishna
Yes,
is
Krishna is
inside us.
inside. Where
He's with
inside?
us.
Which body part?
Heart. They're saying
Yes,
different things. They're saying it could be in the taste, it could be in the full
yeah,
body, it
correct,
could be
correct.
in
But
the emotion, in the
where
touch.
is the seat? Where is he sitting? Where is the seat? Yes, so Hemant is saying Lord Krishna sitting in the heart. Yes, correct. All right, so let's start. That's good. So that was, and also all the Vedic knowledge is written by Krishna. That will also be learned. And the purpose of the Veda is to understand Krishna. If somebody is very, very big scholar and he's studied all the Vedas, but he doesn't know Krishna, he doesn't know who is Krishna, and he doesn't know how to love and serve Krishna, then his knowledge is waste. So the purpose of studying all the Vedic knowledge is to understand Krishna. This is what we learned in our shloka number 15. Very nice. Hari Bol, everybody who remembered. So from Krishna comes remembrance. So thank you for remembering all these points. Okay, so let's start our 16th shloka. So Krishna in this shloka is saying that there are two kind of living beings. Okay, so the first category of people is, I'll put it in chat. It is in Sanskrit. The first category is Kshar, Kshar. And these are the people who are living in the material world, like you and me, all of us. So this is the first category of people. The second category of people is called Akshara. I'll put it in chat. This is the second category of people. These are the people who are living in the spiritual world. So these are the people who have become free from the cycle of birth and death and who are living with Krishna. Okay, so Krishna is beginning this 16th verse by saying that there are two kind of people. One is Kshar and one is Akshar. And Kshar is all those who are living in the material world. Akshar is those who are living in the spiritual world. Yeah. So you all remember, right, that there was one banyan tree, inverted tree, and from there Krishna started explaining that how there is a spiritual world, uh, which is the real tree, and the inverted tree is the material world, right? So then Krishna says, although all the souls, whether it is in material world or spiritual world, all souls are eternal. Soul never dies. Our body only dies, right? So souls are eternal. But the difference is that those present in material world have to go through the cycle of birth and death, whereas those present in spiritual world, they are fully liberated. They don't have to, they have a spiritual body and they don't have to come back here again to suffer in this material world. They're living with Krishna. They are in the abode of God. So this is what Krishna is telling in verse number 16. Now let's move on to verse number 17. So now Krishna is saying that there is someone among, we have learned these two kind of people. But there is somebody who is superior to both these two categories of people. So we've learned just now we've learned that there are two type of people, but there is a third person who is superior than both these kind of people. That person is the master of spiritual world and he's also the master of the material world. So in the first category, it refers to people in material world. We know that, right? Now there in material world, there are millions of people, millions. We can't even count how many people are there. Similarly, in the second category, those who are living with Krishna, there also millions of people are there in spiritual world. But In the third category, there is only one person. And the name of that person is Paramatma. Okay. So now let's break this word. So Parama means Parama means supreme. And Atma, we all know Atma is the soul. So together it becomes as Supreme Atma or Super Soul. Okay, so that is the meaning of Paramatma. So now this Paramatma, he is the master, he is the source of everything, he is the maintainer, he is the master of both type of living beings, whether it is in spiritual world or material world. So as Paramatma, this person is maintaining the universe. He's maintaining the planets, and he's also maintaining the souls, all the souls on a personal level. So you see, there are so many living beings. There are human beings, there are devatas, there are trees and plants and flowers and animals, birds. So this Paramatma is present in all of them. Now the soul is living in one body, but the supreme soul or the Paramatma lives in all the bodies. Like in your body, you have only your soul, right? But Paramatma is present in all the bodies. Like my soul is not present in Saurav's body or somebody else's body or in a bird body or in an animal body. My soul is present only in my body. But Paramatma is present in all the body, everywhere. Everywhere you see Paramatma is present inside all these bodies. Whether it is a small ant or whether it is a big elephant. So when you look at a big elephant, because it is not so common to see the elephant. Generally, you go to a forest or somewhere, some especially zoo or somewhere, so you get to see an elephant, right? So you want to take a selfie. Yeah, oh wow, elephant is so nice and big, so great. But when you see a small insect or an ant crawling, we neglect it. Do we take a selfie with the ant? We don't take, right? Because we feel that elephant is so great, so we want to take a selfie. We neglect it. But the Paramatma who's sitting there does not neglect. Paramatma stays within the hearts of all living entities, including ants, insects, elephants, everywhere. Paramatma is present in a beautiful bird like a peacock, and he's also present in a not so beautiful bird like a crow. So we all have seen a crow. Does anybody is very fond of crow? Nobody likes a crow, but we all like the peacock. So Paramatma is present. Also, you'll be surprised to know, is also present in the body, present in a worm, in a stool. So when we pass stool, and sometimes there are worms in that stool. So can you imagine that Paramatma is present even in that worm who's living in the stool. Isn't it amazing? So can you imagine why Krishna has to go to such a filthy place, such a dirty place? Well, because living entity committed so many sinful activities, so many sins that that soul has to take birth as a form of a stool, as a worm in the stool. But that does not mean that Krishna disowns that living person. He disowns that worm. So Krishna does not even disown a worm who is living in the stool. Krishna loves that worm. Therefore, he stays there as Paramatma, even in the body of even the lowest of living being. Whether the living entity is a dog body or a cat body, snake body, scorpion body, or a worm body, Paramatma lives in the heart of every creature. Now, this is listen very carefully. In our day-to-day life, there are many people whom we don't like. There are many people whom we hate, with whom we fight, whom we don't want to talk to. But Krishna is present even in their heart. So that is why it is said that if you start seeing Krishna in everybody, then you'll not hate anyone. You'll not be jealous of anybody. You will start loving everybody because you will see Krishna inside them. You will not kill any creature. So he also lives in the heart of people you hate, your enemies, or anybody you don't want to talk to. So Paramatma is there staying within the hearts of all living entities. I mean, I think we have already discussed in the last class that it sits in our heart and it gives three things. We've already discussed that, right? Remembrance, forgetfulness, and knowledge. So that is his compassion. That is his unlimited care. He maintains the entire universe, yet he also is present as personal caretaker of all individual souls. He's inside mountains, he's inside rivers, forests, he's inside all the creatures. In fact, he's also present in the heart of those who don't believe in God. That is his kindness, that is his love, that is his affection. And he repeatedly tells, please come back to me, please come back to me, come back to me, my dear child. Why do you want to rot in this material world? Why are you wasting your life in this material world? Everything is temporary. So now we have to realize in this learning this chapter that yes, oh, I've forgotten Krishna, but he has never forgotten me. He's always there with me constantly. And look at me, I'm caught up in ego, I'm caught up in pride and my desires in this material world. But look at Krishna, he has never forgotten me. So let me go back to him. Let me do something so that I can go back to Krishna. So this was our verse 17. So I hope it is clear that how Krishna is present even in the lowest of things, and he's also present everywhere. You take your look and you know you take your eyes, and wherever your eyes goes, Krishna is there. Okay, so let's move on to verse number 18. Now, in this verse, the last verse actually.
Sorry, Mataji, 1 second. I just think I need to turn the AC on. It's too hot here.
Sure,
1 second.
sure, sure,
I
sure.
think. Yes, Mataji, I'm
Yes,
back. You can start.
we can continue. Okay. All right. So till now, actually, in the last verse, you'll see that Krishna is saying as if he's talking about some other person. He's not saying, I do this, I am present here, I am in the heart, I am as Paramatma. No, he's always talking as if he's talking about a third person. He's saying Paramatma does this, Paramatma does this, Paramatma means Paramatma is present inside our heart, inside the cat, dog. He's maintaining the He's never saying Krishna. But now this is specifically for those people who think that Krishna is uh, somebody, not God, or Krishna is just a light. So in this coming up verse, the verse number 18, Krishna is saying that in the last shloka, he said uh, that Paramatma who lives within the heart is I am that Paramatma. I am above all these two kind of people. We just learned about two kind of people, material world and spiritual world. He says, I am the one who maintains both kind of peoples. I am the one who maintains the entire creation. I am that Paramatma. So difference between Paramatma and Krishna is that Paramatma comes after Krishna, means he's an expansion. I don't know, Saurav, how can you explain expansion? Means he expands himself and he creates himself as Paramatma. So Krishna is there, but he's also here as Paramatma. Krishna is parallelly present as in his spiritual world. Krishna is also present in material world within our heart as Paramatma. So in this verse, Krishna is saying that I am that Paramatma. And then next thing that we learn from here is that we all are souls. Yeah. We are quite similar to Krishna. Why? Because we have come from him. For example, the sunlight. Sunlight comes from the sun. So that means the quality of the sunlight and the quality of the sun are quite same, isn't it? Now, like for example, a drop of water. Drop of water, quality wise, is same as an ocean of water. Quality is same. But can they be same? The quantity is different. They can never be same. Now, a piece of gold cannot be equal to the gold mine. Similarly, drop of ocean cannot be equal to the big ocean. So what Krishna is trying to explain here is that whether somebody is present in spiritual world, whether somebody is present in material world, although quality wise, we have many qualities of Krishna's quality, but the quantity is huge difference. For example, I am also kind, but Krishna is also kind, but the way Krishna is kind is totally different from my kindness. So quality is there, but the quantity is not the same. So in this verse, Krishna is explaining this, that I am that Paramatma who's present in everybody's heart. I am that supreme person. I am the source of everything that you see in this material world, spiritual world. I am the source. I am above these two kind of people. And that is why I am called Purushottama. Purushottam means Uttam Purush. who's the best person, who's above all the other people, who's above these two category of people that we just learned. Material world, people living in material world, people living in spiritual world. So Krishna is saying, I am above these two categories, and that is why I am Purushottam. I am the source of everything. I created everything. I maintain everything. I protect everything. I am also present as Paramatma. That is why I am called as. So in the beginning, I said that we'll be learning why Krishna is called Paramatma. So this words and also the now upcoming words, Krishna will be telling us that how he is, why he is called as Paramatma. So that was our 18th verse. Now moving on to 19th. So here we'll learn more things that how Krishna, why is he called as Purushottam? So we have actually learned that uh, you know how Krishna is present everywhere. He is the source, even in the most filthy place where the worms are living. Even that place Krishna resides. Krishna doesn't leave anybody. He maintains everybody, and that is why he deserves the highest worship. He is not a mere teacher or a powerful guru or some powerful magician, as many people say, he's just a magician. He is the supreme person. He is the creator. He is the one who even created Brahma. He is the supreme source of everything. So once you know Krishna, you will start loving Krishna. So this verse actually describes that how knowers of Krishna, people who come to know Krishna, starts loving Krishna. They become lovers of Krishna. How when somebody understands that yes, Krishna is Purushottam, he is the topmost Purusha. Krishna says, if you know that, if you accept it, then that means you know everything. You don't need to know anything else. Krishna is the root of everything. You remember in the first shloka, we learned that we were talking about that tree, original tree in spiritual world, and reflection trees in spirit material world. So, but the root of both the trees is same. See, because one tree is standing in a normal position, and the other tree is ulta, inverted. So obviously the roots are common. The root becomes the same, right? Roots are touching each other. Both the roots are touching each other. So the roots mean being same means who is the root? Krishna is the root. So whether somebody is living in material world, somebody is living in spiritual world, the root is same. Which means for both the kind of people we learn today, the source is Krishna. He is the source of material as well as spiritual world. So knowing Krishna actually means knowing everything. But a devotee is above everything else. After knowing Krishna, he starts worshipping Krishna with all one's heart, very enthusiastically, very eagerly, and very lovingly. So we don't want that, we just get knowledge and we should not stop just getting knowledge. Knowledge should be used in loving and serving Krishna. That is the real purpose which Krishna is trying to explain here. And how do we get that knowledge? Through Guru Shishya Parampara. We don't go anywhere, any any place XYZ. No, we have to go to a place where we get knowledge according to Guru Shishya Parampara. That is very, very important. And that is what Krishna is saying, that knowledge should be acquired through Guru Shishya Parampara. So let's look at this picture and we see the difference in two people. So one is buried in the books. There is no love or attachment on his face. He's just reading for the sake of reading. And here, another person who's learned everything and he's totally devoted to Krishna. So we don't want to be this kind of a person. We don't want to be one who's just getting knowledge and not doing anything about it. We want to have knowledge about Krishna and we want to love Krishna and serve Krishna because now we all know that Krishna is Purushottama. So all of us, after knowing this chapter, we should know that how Krishna is the supreme person. Krishna is Purushottama. He's above all the categories of people. So after getting this knowledge, don't just try to remain idle. Try to establish a connection with Krishna. Try to think what we have learned in this chapter. We should try to apply this chapter in our life. And like how I had given you the example of look around and see where you can find Krishna. Right? So the purpose of this entire chapter is accepting that there is nobody above Krishna. Krishna is Purushottama. Anybody who's had doubts till now that we can worship other Devi Devtas also will actually now get an understanding that how Krishna is the root of everything. He maintains, he's present where no other god is present, where no other Devi Devta is present. Okay? Have you heard of any Devi Devta being present in the stool, in the worm? He's present there also. So who can be greater than Krishna? Right? Nobody. He is the Purushottama. So let's now come to the verse number 20, the last verse. So in this verse, Krishna is saying that this is a very, whatever knowledge he is given in chapter number 15, he's saying, Krishna is saying that it is very confidential knowledge. So point is that if it is confidential, then why is Krishna telling us? Thing is that confidential is because not many people want to learn. That is why he's saying, because we are not ready to learn it, that is why Krishna is telling Arjuna that it is a very confidential knowledge. But one will understand that Krishna is Purushottama and I should worship only Krishna, love him and serve him with all my heart. That person has actually attained true knowledge.
Sorry,
So
what was the
although it is
last sentence, Mataji?
yeah, and what I'm trying to say is that although this knowledge is confidential, but Krishna says that one should be eager to learn this knowledge and one will understand Krishna that he is Purushottam and I should only worship Krishna and love him and serve him with all my heart, then that means that person has attained true knowledge. Second point which Krishna tells here is that the qualification to get this knowledge is becoming sinless. Because when we are sinful, which means when we are greedy, we have lust, we have envy and anger. When we have these sins, because of these sins, it will not allow us to understand spiritual knowledge. So that is why Krishna is telling Arjuna, I am giving you this knowledge because you are already sinless. You are sinless, O Arjun. That is why I am giving you this knowledge. So it is an understanding for us also that if we want to get this knowledge, we should try to work that we also become sinless. We also don't have bad qualities like lust, greed, envy, anger, and so many other sinful qualities. So, and then Krishna is saying that Arjun, I'm telling you all this knowledge because you are sinless. Now, all those people, all of you who understand this knowledge of chapter 15, if you try to, uh, you know, imply this knowledge in your life, if you try to practice this knowledge, then all of you will become intelligent, you will become wise and perfect. And everything you do will be successful. So who actually is wise? Of course, yeah, one who gets this knowledge. But how do you explain this wise thing? How do you explain this? How do you understand what actually is the meaning of intelligent? Krishna is saying, yeah, you will become very wise, but you'll become very intelligent. What all should I keep it in mind that I become intelligent? First, understand who you are, which means we should always remember that I'm a soul. I'm not this body, I'm a soul. Second, you should remember who is Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he is Purushottama. We've learned so many things about Krishna in this chapter. Third is, what is the goal of life? What is the goal of life? Attain Krishna. To attain Krishna, to understand Krishna, love Krishna, serve Krishna, and go back to Krishna. So that should be our goal of life. We should try to connect with Krishna. And how do we do that? By practicing bhakti, by avoiding all the sinful activities. When we become pure, we develop love for Krishna. We invite Krishna in our life. Whatever we do in our life, we think that yes, this is what happiness of Krishna. When we do all these things, that will be our success. Then that means we have become most intelligent person. So, and this is going to give us success. And what is success? So that we are going to attain our spiritual goal. Spiritual goal is that we attain Krishna. So is that clear? Any confusion? Was it too much of data, or was it simple to understand?
No, it was understandable, Mataji. It was good. It was not too much. It's okay.
Okay, okay. All right. So that brings us to the end of chapter number 15. Anybody wants me to summarize the chapter? Quick points. Yes. Okay. Fine. So I'll
A lot of
quickly
people
take.
are saying yes, 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 yes.
Okay. So I'll take these questions. Jai Prakash Prabhu and Uma. So let's do a quick summary of this entire chapter. So Krishna started this chapter by explaining to us about an inverted banyan tree, and he says the real tree is in the spiritual world, the reflection of that tree is this material world. So basically, he's trying to explain that this material world by taking the example of a inverted tree. And he says these branches the tree has are all planets, and the living entity keeps traveling from one branch to the other, which means he's traveling, taking birth and birth again in this tree, and he's got stuck in this tree. He doesn't know how to come out of this tree. That means this material world has caught him and he's not able to come out of this material world. Then Krishna says that you can cut this tree by how? By detachment. Detachment means do everything in this world, but always think that yes, I'm here for a temporary period only. Don't be too attached to anything in the world. With that feeling, when you're not attached to anything, when you think everything belongs to Krishna, I'm only like a caretaker, then you can very easily cut this tree. By using this knowledge that I'm giving you in this chapter, you can actually cut this tree. Then Krishna explained about spiritual world, that how spiritual world there is no birth, death, disease, and old age. Uh, People don't die in spiritual world. They are young, always young, and there is always love and service for Krishna. Everybody loves Krishna, and Krishna also, uh, interacts with everybody who's there. There's no fight, there's no jealousy, there's no greed and lust. And whatever all these good qualities, the total opposite is present in material world. There's lust, there is greed, jealousy, hatred, anger, because it's an ulta tree, right? It's an inverted tree. So whatever is present in spiritual world, it's totally opposite is there in material world. So after knowing this, understanding this tree, Krishna is saying you should get attracted towards this real tree and try to come back to me. And then we learned about the transmigration of the soul, that how soul keeps moving from one body to the other because it keeps on storing its desires. And at death, all these desires get transferred to the next body. And then we keep on taking birth again and again. About that, how he is the maintainer. He enters into each planet. He maintains all the planets, and then he enters the sun. He gives fire, the heat. He enters the moon. He gives us the taste and the juice in fruits. He enters in our stomach and he helps in digestion of the food. Right? And then he also explained that he's present everywhere in every, we cannot grow a tree. The seed also comes from Krishna. And then I told you to see or look around and see that how you can see Krishna in small, small things in your life, in fruits and in the rain, in the sunlight, in the food. Then in next 15th shloka, we learned that how he's sitting in everybody's heart. From him comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. He makes us remembers and forgets things according to our desire. Whatever desires we have. If we have spiritual desires, he'll make us remember spiritual desires. If we have material desires, he will make us remember material desires. So everything depends on us. What is our desire? So according to that, Krishna gives us remembrance for knowledge and forgetfulness. He makes us understand things through knowledge. And he's also the writer of all the Vedic knowledge. And he says the purpose of knowing all the Vedic knowledge is to know me, know Krishna. Okay, and then we came today's class. that how he's above the two living beings, Kshara and Akshara. He is present, he is above, and he is the source of these two living creatures. And he is the Paramatma who is residing in everybody's heart. Even in the lowest of worm, he is present. He never leaves. He never leaves us. He's always present with us. Whenever, even when you're changing our bodies, Krishna is present with us. He wants us to come back to the spiritual world. He's the Paramatma. And then Krishna says that I am that Purushottama. There is nobody above me. I am the source of everything. So once you know that Krishna is Purushottam, now you should start loving and serving Krishna. Accept that there is nobody above Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Krishna is Purushottam. Try to get that knowledge. Try to get that knowledge through Guru Shishya Parampara, and make the aim of your life to go back to Krishna. And don't just get this knowledge, try to connect with Krishna, develop a bonding and relationship with Krishna. In the last verse, he says it's a very confidential knowledge, and I'm giving it to those people who are sinless. So try to avoid sinful life. And those who understand this chapter, those who understand that Krishna is Purushottam, they become wise and perfect. Becoming wise, we know that the definition of wise means you should know who you are, who is Krishna, what is the goal of your life. So our purpose after reading this chapter is try all the ways to connect to Krishna. Invite Krishna in your life, practice bhakti, and try to avoid sins in your life. Always remember that Krishna is Purushottam. Krishna is there is nobody above Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, so we'll take a short break and we'll come back with whatever questions you have. Clear? I was trying to talk to them. Okay,
So
fine.
the
So I was
Shiva
telling,
Mataji is saying that you want volunteers to sign stories for the Rath Yatra
yes,
and
yes,
the
yes, yes, yes. So please, you can let me know by raising your hands. I'll note down anybody who wants to volunteer for signing stories. So like how we did the song. By the way, all of you saw the song. How was it? How did it come out? Those who are not in the song, other people. Those who are in the song, they saw. Why Asha didn't see the song? It's there in the group. We send it in the group, Asha. On our YouTube channel also we have. Anyways, let's take Ma first. And also thank you very much for all those people who have given donations for Purushottama month. I'm honored. I'm gratefully indebted. Your money is will be going to the temple and will be used for various services. So thank you so much for sending your donations for Purushottama month. Okay, Uma. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So the Akshar group and the Shav group Mataji,
Kshara and Akshara. Yeah.
Kshara and Akshara group. Both the group. One in the material world, one in the spiritual world.
Right.
They're the spiritual world, right? So they. Ah. So the question is, Mataji, so
Yeah.
there are two groups you said, right? The Akshara group and the Shara group. So if for the people who are in the material world, if
Yeah.
they practice bhakti and they become Krishna conscious, so
Right.
after that, the Paramatma puts them into the A group or puts them with Krishna.
Depending if you are ready to go back, if you are sinless and you have you've nicely done your you remembered Krishna at the end of the birth, and so many things are there. If you become totally free from your past karmas, then you go to the other category. Then you go and join the Akshara category of people. So that is what Krishna wants. He wants all category from Shara group to move to Akshara group. That is what Krishna is saying.
So Akshara, they are also souls. Basically, they won't die.
No, no, they never die. They are become eternal now. I mean, they don't come back here. They don't grow old. There's no death for them. There's no disease for them. They're permanently there.
And after that, the possibility is for them to then get back to Krishna Loka.
They are in Krishna Loka only. They don't come down here in this material world.
No, so probably the confusion is, Madhuri, that the Akshara group people are not in Krishna Loka. They're not with Krishna because I signed it lower because when I was signing it, I showed there were two groups and beyond above that is Krishna. So there is probably in Uma Mataji's mind, she is thinking that first
Oh,
we move from here and then we move from there to Krishna Loka.
no, 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 no. Akshara group people are already there with Krishna. They they are liberated people. They've already finished their all karma cycle and they're already gone and they're living with Krishna only. That's why I said the second category is in the spiritual world.
And then no more further traveling.
No more further traveling. No. Travel finished.
Okay, okay, sorry. That was what the confusion was. And the
Oh,
second
okay.
thing was, Mataji, you said, what do we open and invite? You said there's a key to opening that knowledge. Is that the Bhagavad Gita, which is the key to
Yeah,
opening
the
that
key
knowledge?
is try to uh, avoid all sins in your life, all bad karmas. Would always think of Krishna, offer everything to Krishna. Make Krishna as the center of your life. But you people are already doing it. You're already practicing this. You are chanting. You are not doing any sinful activities. All those people who are regularly coming here, you're already very nice and beautiful souls. But yes, you have to be careful. You have to avoid all these things very carefully. You have to stay alert that you don't get into jealousy or hatred or anger, lust. We'll take next question. The time is already up. You can just Gunak, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. So I, so Mataji, the thing is, uh, so for example, family life, right? We're living in a family life. If
Okay.
we want to lessen our karma, would it be better, for example, for if we live like a sannyasi or a sadhu life, and this confidential information which is being given to us in
Hmm.
forms of books and different things, so if we could take that and leave, will we be able to do that? Or in the family life also, is it possible? Or we should be separate or going into a spiritual life, and then that will open up, that knowledge will come, and then we go. So,
See, when the battle of
so chanting, Mataji, clarifying the question, chanting is. So I think
he was still
question.
signing, right? So I was
So
waiting.
the question. So
Shall I spotlight Uma? Tejal is there. I'll spotlight Tejal, I think.
okay, Mataji. Okay.
Yeah. But his video is off, I think.
So she's trying. She also says what she tried to understand, but Ronak is not there right now.
He's there. He's back. He's back.
Yeah, yeah. So we are trying. Tejal is saying that Ronak says that I am with the with my family, and then ISKCON, the devotion association and all of that will help us in reducing our sinful activities. But with the family, uh,
How is it possible?
when the family, how is it possible? Or if the family, if we take that same knowledge, is that possible? Or something like that.
Okay. Fine. Thank you, Tejal. I'll answer that question. Okay. See, I'll give you an example. Before answering your question, I'll give you an example. When the battle
Also,
of
Mataji, time it's already
yeah,
5:03, just to let you know.
okay. So this is just the last answer. We are not taking any other question. I'll try to be quick. So when the battle of Kurukshetra was happening, Arjun did not want to fight. Arjun said, I will go to the forest, I will take sannyas, and I will go to the forest. I don't want to fight because fighting means I have to kill my own relatives. I have to kill my grandfather and my brothers, everybody I have to kill. So to his reply, Krishna said that you are born as a Kshatriya, you are born as a fighter, you are born as a warrior. What is your duty? Your duty is to fight. You fight for the good cause because the other party is very, very adharmic, very, very bad people, the opposite party. So Krishna stopped Arjun that if you do this, you will be committing a greater sin by leaving your family and going to forest in sannyas. So what I'm trying to say here is that Krishna has given your family. I hope you've already understood. Krishna has given your family. He has given your duty. He has not told you to take sannyas and go to the forest and practice Krishna consciousness. That is why this process, Prabhupada has made it very, very simple. You just chant, you be at home, and you offer everything to Krishna. You offer bhog to Krishna. You eat prasad, and whatever you do with your salary, get things for Krishna. Make Krishna as the center of your life. You will be in a category of a bigger sannyasi. You would be as equal as a sannyasi. Even living in your family life, you will be able to get piety or the benefit of a sannyasi life. So this is directly from the example from Bhagavad Gita. You don't have to leave your family. You can be at home and practice Krishna consciousness. And don't try to preach your family. By your example, they will learn if they want to learn. That is my very important tip to everybody. Don't preach to your family. You practice. And if they want, they will join. Okay? So I hope that answers your question. So thank you very much. So thank you very much for joining. Let's bring an end to our today's class. Sorry, Sanjay Prabhu, I'll take your question next week. And please message me those who want to service for story doing for Jagannath Rath Yatra. We'll start soon because we want to start before Rath Yatra comes, not on that day. We'll start posting one story starting from July. So please let me know whosoever is interested. Even if Saurabh leaves the call, you can just raise your hand and I will note down your name. Then I'll finish the call. Anybody
What are we going
interested?
to do, Mataji? Are we going to make art? Are we going to draw?
No, no, no. We are going to sign the story pastime of Jagannath. So that I'll be sharing with the help of an interpreter. I will tell the story, and you learn the story, and you sign the same story. Like how we did this song, no butter thief song. Same. Okay. So thank you so much, Saurabh. So I will not be able to talk. Uh, you can just raise your hands. I'll note your names. It's on 16th of July. That's it. Sejal,